All right, so this is the Cast Podcast. You know, I'm Sammy BE along with
Liband.
Lil Band, and then who's that right there?
Luisa L.
we gonna call her Luisa. Her name is Luisa L. But lately she's been Luisa Model. She's been everywhere on IG. Lately,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? She's been on the Brooklyn Bridge. Huh?
I said, oh yeah, congrats on that.
She like a fashionista, you know what I'm saying? Lisa Models, you know what I mean? But you know, it's not about L right now. It's about my man on the cast coming on. My man, Lil Band.
It's about
man. What's good, bro? Can I get a soul clap for my man, Lil Band on the Cast Podcast? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute, my G. Thank you for coming on, Ben, man. You hot out here, man. You hot out here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You are hot out here, man. So what's up, man? Let's talk about, you know what I mean, your upbringing, you know what I mean? Then we're gonna get into, you know, the deal, you know, and the music and, you know, everything that come with the territory, man. Let's talk about your back. Who's Lil Ben?
Man, shit, Lil Ben is Lil Blow Up and Over There. You know, with the B standing for B, the A standing for Ann, the N standing for Never, and the D standing for That. You know, it's all a motto, you know what I'm saying? It's just what I've been living by, you hear me, since I've been in this music shit, you know. And with B4L being, you know what I'm saying, B4L being the label, you know what I'm saying, being their team, you know, shit. So like, man, it's just, the band is Malachi, but the band to the world, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. Let the people know where exactly you from, man. Like, what's your upbringing? Like, how did Lil Ben become Lil Ben?
I'm from Shreveport.
You're from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah, L was talking about that. She was like, "Yo, he from Louisiana."
Yeah. I've been to Louisiana, just, you know, New Orleans, really. But then I was so curious to just check out the rest of Louisiana. I think it's dope down there.
Straight up, yes, man. It is. It's very different, you know. Like very different, you know.
You actually might be the first person from Shreveport, because a lot of people like Boozy, what you call it, who else? NBA, they from like Baton Rouge, I think, right? And then Shreveport, I don't really know nobody from Shreveport. Like, you might be carrying that torch. Who else from Shreveport?
Man, I know you probably ain't. I'm gonna say North Louisiana, period. Because I know down that way, you know, even with Boosie and Kevin Gates and Young Boy,
right?
Like they be like kind of like divided, you know what I'm saying? But like, I was gonna say you probably heard of Lil Snoop, you know what I'm saying? You probably heard of from my city, Hurricane Chris.
Hurricane Chris, man, of course. Hey, baby.
Yep,
Hey,
baby.
Hey, baby.
Baby, the ambassador. You heard me? Man, yeah, like we ain't. That's why I say, like, yeah, you know, you right to an extent about me carrying a torch. You know what I'm saying, and actually putting us on a map. You know, because these days, you know, you make a mark. You know, you make a mark making it. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't as easy to just make that. It wasn't as easy to make that mark that you could make. You know what I'm saying? In these days, back then, you feel me? So, you know, especially with it being less digital. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like they were actually selling tapes back then. You know, and records. You know, so like and CDs. So like. Yeah, like nowadays it's everywhere. You know, you can showcase your talent or showcase your craft everywhere these days. You know, so like like I would actually be the first out my city. You know what I'm saying? To actually just put us on. You know, out of North Louisiana. You know, period. You know, without being untouched. You know, and dedicated as I am to it. You know, so most definitely.
Yeah, salute to Louisiana in general, man. For real, they got the best. They got one of the best foods, definitely, with the gumbo and all that. And their artists is like a mixture of talent. You know what I mean? With the gumbo of talent too over there, man. So salute Salute and so clap for Louisiana, man. So you know, I've been hounding Demar, man, to get you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, you know, it was you and a couple other people, and I was like, I need to get you before the end of the year because what's been happening lately, you know, with you know, how old are you? How old are you, by the way? How old
Oh,
are
I'm
you?
17.
How much? How old?
I'm 17.
17.
Yeah.
Oh
Ah,
my gosh, bro. I remember I
that's
was 17.
crazy.
17, I couldn't wait to be 21, 22, bro, man. And you already making way more money than 30, 40, 50 year olds are making, you know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, you're definitely further. Damn, I would have never think, damn, these young cats, Luis,
I
man, you
know, it's
definitely
crazy.
making
I
years.
definitely thought you were like 24 or something like
Yeah,
that.
like
No,
22 or
not
something. You know
because
what
you
I'm saying?
look it, but because
Oh,
you
yeah.
just carry yourself in a
Yeah,
way that,
real
like
laid back.
Yes,
laid
mommy.
back, chill, like
Man.
you know what you want, you know, which is really great, honestly. Definitely
Yeah,
is
Yes,
really
man.
great.
Louisiana got, you know, the hot boys and stuff like that and Boost. You know what I mean? They all laid back type. They're just about their money, man. That's what they about. They're
yeah.
about their money and business.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
Um, let's all right. So let's talk about Louisiana, man. What kind of made you want to kind of transition into the music? And what age was you? 17. So when did you start, man?
I
Before you
know,
make it,
right?
you know what I'm saying?
Like I started, professionally for about a year, like a year ago when I really just started, and
Damn.
like music had always been in and out of my life though, it had always been
Mm-hmm.
in and out of my life, but the dedication didn't start till about a year ago,
Wow.
yeah.
How did
Got you.
you find yourself in like a music studio or like, because I was checking out a lot of your music and like I love the fact that you rap but you sing and you have a really nice voice. So
Real
it's like,
melodic. Real melodic. Yeah.
yeah, really
Yeah.
melodic. So I really like that aspect about your music and I think it's very different. So like where exactly did you get your start? Like with your friends or like did you always have access to a studio? You know?
No, we didn't have like the money for that type of stuff and those type of things, like as far as paying for studio sessions and
Mm-hmm.
like and we have a certain hospitality out there, like where I'm from. Like it's weird because like our city is violent. It's like it's real violent. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like we got like such a hospitality out there. Like so. What I mean, I said that to say that. I said it to say, what I'm saying. I had this engineer, what I'm saying? Like his studio was like, it probably went there far from me, probably like 10, 15 minutes away from me. And
Mm-hmm.
he had this little group, what I'm saying? He had this little group and he basically, it was like, young cats and he wanted to do something different in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody rapped about you know what I'm saying, the violence, and they rapped about, like they rapped about the common things that had already been rapped about, what I'm saying, in our city for so long. And
Mm-hmm.
really not only the city, but the state. And he had wanted to just get this group together and he wanted us to, what I'm saying, he just wanted us to rap, on a different level. And when he seen that I stood out, not taking away from the other people that was in the group, he just seen something in me, but what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, specifically, he had seen something in me, he seen my potential. He singled me out. You heard me? And he put me in the studio, like that
Nice.
was probably when I was like, I think I was like 15, 14 or 15,
Damn.
you know. So like at that point, I mean, I had ended up on the cool, I really ended up moving. I ended up moving. Like I worked with him, but I ended up moving still, like after I had did like I recorded my first mixtape with him. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That was the first mixtape I had ever recorded. And like really I had took that, like that was what I carried with me on out to when I moved, when I moved away from where I was. And like
Right.
from there, shit was going slow, shit was just
Yeah.
going real slow, so I had just I was, what I'm saying, I was falling victim even more deeper into the streets, what I'm saying, like Man, I had shit was just slowing down for nigga, you know, and boom, I finally I found my motivation. You know what I'm saying? And like it's like everything had changed for me, man. Like when I found shit was happening, it kind of hard to really just specify everything that happened. You know, that's why I'm kind of like
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuck. You know what I'm saying on how to say it, but
Mm-hmm.
things moved for me. You know, shit has shifted. You know, it went from being non-mobile, you know, to shit really just happening.
Right.
I don't know what it was, but it just, you know how people say, you gonna know it's your time when it's your
Right.
time. You
Right.
know, it's one of those type of situations for me. But basically, it picked up. Like it ain't happened. Like not no just. You remember how I was telling you I was rapping dedicatedly like for a year. Like
Mm-hmm.
that ain't how that ain't even where that momentum was picked up at from. Like it was picked up really like 2.5, 3 years ago. You know,
Mm.
I
Right.
just everything just came together slowly. You feel what I'm
Right. You
saying?
just kept working at it, kept doing it,
Right. Yeah. I just
kept with
had
the
to
right people.
yep. And I had to
Mm-hmm.
keep going at, you know what I'm saying, going at my work ethic, you know, and just had to keep building on it. So
Right.
I
Well,
ended up
congrats,
picking up my
man.
momentum. I ended
Yeah,
up
that's
picking up my
awesome.
momentum and I just picked up my
So,
momentum and I just kept going with it, you know, and elevated and
Amazing.
you know what I'm
so
saying up until now.
man, so pretty much like, so what you pretty much what, because for the labels to really come at you, you know, it's like, you know, I don't know, I'm sure you probably heard the old saying like, you know, you don't come to them, like they come to you. So you was moving the whole Louisiana, like you had the whole region rocking, and then you had Republic, which is Universal, come at you like, yo, we're gonna offer you this. You know what I mean?
But
How was that set up?
it just been like when you working, man, like when you working behind the scenes, man, was how gonna make some shit move, dog? Like I don't know how to, you know, it's hard. And I think that's for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Because you thinking on, I'm talking about me as the artist. Me thinking on it too hard, it throws off a certain focus. You know,
Right, right.
like
I understand.
I think when your eyes on a prize, you shouldn't be worried about too much. That's why these type of questions are kind of difficult for me to answer, but I try to answer them in the best way, you know, because like I may know how it went down, but you know what I'm saying? That's just because I'm firsthand with it, you know. Y'all are
Mm-hmm.
asking me because y'all ain't firsthand with it. So I'm gonna try to answer it in the best way possible. I just I had a certain work ethic that just it stood out, you know, and they seen it like ever since Universal had got caught on to me. I showed them a work ethic that they really pretty much had never seen before. You know what I'm saying? Especially with my age. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like they would call me and be like, you know, matter of fact, hey, we got a record we want you to do. It'll be so like the things that they wanted me to do would be so close together. You know, like boom, it's a record. Okay, boom, it's a feature. Okay, boom, it's
Nice.
you know what I'm saying? And everything they needed me to do, I was able to do. You know, so
Mhm.
Right.
like first of all, the participation, that I had, it was like they didn't have to ask me, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have to ask me like I was on it. And when I was on it, I was on it and I was gonna get it done, you know. So
Mhm.
like it just fall into that, you know, as a reason, and then you have the buzz that I had, you know, I had a buzz that was enough to really just, you know, okay, we
Get
got
all the
us one.
eyes on you.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We got us
Mm-hmm.
one because, you know, with that, you rolling the dice. You know, with any artist, you rolling the dice because you can't read the future. You can't read the future. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
this is not how that works. You know what I'm saying? So you're really taking a risk. You know what I'm saying? Messing with these artists. And
Well,
one thing you want
speaking,
to know for sure, yeah, was a buzz. So like, yeah, like
yeah.
man, it just fall into what I just told y'all. You know, like
Well,
I was just
speaking of which, you bring up a really good point in terms of saying like it is a risk, right, for a record label to like put money on the line for the artists that they want to sign. And
right,
so now it's the pandemic year, 2020.
right,
So how has that impacted your ability to like be more seen, heard? You know, like has that affected your contract with the label at all in terms of your fulfillment or what they are asking of you?
But
You know, has that been hard?
Things are moving. It's moving slow, but the pros of it is that, you know what I'm saying, the momentum is building. As things are moving slower than they would have been, you know what I'm saying, they would have been going, you know, like as far as, you know, like the speed and this shit, like it would have been going way faster had it not been for the pandemic, you know. But the best thing about it is, you know, we've been building a lot of momentum. You know, it's a lot of momentum.
Have you been able to do shows and like or any of that? Because I know not all of the US has been on the same kind of lockdown, you know.
But see, no, I had not been able to like do no shows, but like I do, like before I really just got all the way locked in with my label, I would do like local shows type shit in my city. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what people had got mixed up with when I had did other interviews. They was asking me like, "Well, you doing shows?" I'm like, "Yeah," you know. But I had to really just, as I growed as an artist, I had to realize like you got to be specific how you answer your questions.
Yes,
you know?
definitely.
Yeah, take it and twist it. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? So like that really slowed a lot of that down, you know, as far as that, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't able to do or not able to do shows, you know what I'm saying? Unless they was really just locally, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, it slowed down the whole lot. It slowed down the whole lot. But at the end of the day, like I say, the momentum, everything building, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just building. It's building because by January, you know what I'm saying, by 2021 period, you know, it's just gonna be up. You know, it's gonna be up.
It's good. I think it's good for a lot of artists too, because it gives them time to create. You know what I mean? And you be able to be in that lab and really create a lot of products.
It's a lot
You
of
know what I'm saying? So
brainstorming. You know, a lot of brainstorming, and like I say, just building your momentum and your fans and building your fan base. Period. You know, like it's just it all sets up. It all sets up.
So Bandman, I'm gonna do my research on people that come on this platform, right? And your deal, I don't want to get too specific, but it's a multi-million-dollar deal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I did my research on it, and I'm like, for them, for Republic Universal to be investing that type of money, they really think that you next, and I can see them putting that money down, investing you now because you haven't hit your prime. Think about you 17. Imagine when you turn 25 and you still in the game. You know what I mean? Or 30. You know what I'm saying? So they already investing you now. You know what I mean? That's they trying to get their money in tenfold and hopefully for the long term. And I think a lot of young artists, they don't understand that that they trying to build you into something, you know what I mean? Because they foresee how it's gonna be. And that's why a lot of young artists, this is why labels sign a lot of young artists, because they want to mold them to how they want, to have a longevity like a J-Hove or you know what I mean, or Snoop Dogg or something, like, you know what I'm saying? They want you to have that longevity. Are you seeing that? You know what I mean? Do you see that, you know what I mean, that they're trying to do that for you?
I do see it. And you can tell, you can really tell, especially being an artist, you can really tell, you know what I'm saying, your longevity in this. You can tell if you're gonna be in this bitch built to last, or you can tell if you got a span. You know what I'm saying? You got a certain time span on being in this game. And me, when it come to me and it come in the faith, you know what I'm saying? It come to the faith of my team and my label. I can tell like I'm gonna have some, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have some longevity in this game for sure. Like I'm built to last in this bitch, so certain things I gotta do, certain ways I gotta move, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it come to me personally, and me as an artist, so yeah, like I don't know.
What do you think in terms of moving? How do you think you have to move as an artist to stay relevant? Do you think it's about, I mean, to a degree, I guess it's about staying relevant, but like musically, do you feel like your sound can get old? Do you think that maybe you have to like, you know what I mean? Because you know how some artists do that, they change it up.
Here's how I answer that question. That question right there. A lot of people don't realize You know, I'm 17. You hear me? Like, we barely had artists that really just, you know what I'm saying, really had that timeline from 17 on up until about 25, you know, that type of era. Like, we barely have artists like that. Better yet,
Yeah.
major artists like that. But for
Right.
the ones that we do have like that, they I watched the voice change, and like I watched the voice change for myself. And
Mhm.
even
Right.
with me in Pacific, like I'm still growing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
teenager, you know what I'm saying? Like, as real as it may not sound because of how you look at me, I'm a teenager, you know, so I still got growing to do personally, musically, you know what I'm saying, and mentally, you know what I'm saying? Like I just got physically really, you know, like I got some changes, you know, like
Mhm.
that comes with my sound too. That comes with my sound, that comes with my delivery, you know. As I get older, I'ma only get better. You know, I'ma improve somehow, whether that's physically, you know, or musically, you know. Like I'ma have to improve. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like they won't get tired of it. Simply because I've learned diversity. I learned how to be versatile. You know, I've mastered it. Like, I'm not saying I'm the greatest right now. I'm not saying it at all. But I've mastered
Mhm.
it, that art. You know what I'm saying? That craft. I've mastered it. Like, I've did every damn near every style, from singing to rapping to like damn near every flow. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I don't see them getting tired. I don't see them
Right. And you
like
could
five
change
years
it
on
up.
down the road. 5 years on down the road, I don't see them getting tired of me. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm. And also too, to your point, like being so young and coming up in the industry too, and growing in the industry with your sound and your style and all that. I think people really enjoy watching that change. You know, like if they really like you, they're gonna stick with you and they're gonna want you to succeed even more and grow. And they can't wait to see what you come out with. You know, because that's how I would
Yeah,
feel. You know, like even about
yeah.
your music, like what I've heard so far, like I really like. I think it's pretty like it's very different to me, and I'd be curious to see how it evolves and changes. You know, in the next like
Yeah.
5, 10 years. So
Oh yeah. See, only time I tell though. I don't like to. I be having plans to that I want to expose, you know, but
yeah,
you can't
you
speak too
can't, you
soon.
can't.
Don't speak too
Yeah,
soon. Don't
exactly.
speak too soon. That's why I do a whole lot of talking, and I do a whole lot of, conversating in my head. Like, I'm like, yeah, this ain't go like this, bro.
I want
It's
to see
just
this, but I'm not
Listen,
brainstorming.
gonna tell you.
It's brainstorming.
you speak like an intelligent, grown ass man,
Yeah,
man. I'm hearing it. I'm like, damn, yo, if I was
I
17 when
know.
you
I'm
speaking the way
impressed.
they speaking,
I am
Yeah,
I'll be
impressed.
a multi-millionaire by now, man. For
Oh
real,
yeah.
for real.
right.
Man. You know?
For
Like every
sure,
generation
man.
is always
Just don't,
excelling.
just don't spend your money stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And
Oh
and
yeah,
and
most
get
fact.
definitely,
get smart, get
most
smart with the
definitely,
That's
stock
a
most
fact.
market.
definitely, most
Invest.
definitely.
Hmm.
Invest, definitely. Um, all right, so you know, you have a lot of good you have a lot of good tenants to you, you know,
Yeah,
and the streets is buzzing. They like what you're doing, you know what I mean? And I've seen how you've come with different singles hitting the scene, you know what I mean? SoundCloud. I've heard a lot. Now you do have, as we've all been there, you know what I mean? And I
yeah,
know, you being mature, you've had some negative vibes. I'm throwing positive vibes your way, but there's been
right.
some negative vibes, and us being a podcast, we got to talk about it. And you don't have to go in detail about it, but there was something that recently happened where and I told Damari, I was like, damn, like, you have to probably move. And 17 is crazy to me because I'm like, when you was in that situation, I'm thinking that you were in your 20s, and I know how the South, you know what I'm saying, they hold them things, you know what I'm saying, they hold them things, but
Straight up.
you were just in a recent altercation where people were shooting this young smart young man, you know what I mean, I don't know, you was at a club, maybe you was doing a show or something, but you was leaving a
Yeah.
vicinity, and he was getting shot at with a lot of bullets, like they saying like over 100 bullets, something like that, something crazy.
What?
And touched him. You know what I'm saying? So I
No.
want to know if you want to speak a little bit about that. You don't have to go in full detail. And I told Damari, you know what I'm saying, that I told him, I said, you guys got to move better. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in situations. And you so young,
Yeah.
even being put in those type of situations, and I understand the streets and
It come
everything
with
like that.
it come with history. I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna play like, I don't know. I ain't gonna play dumb about it. It come with a lot of history though. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I've done a lot of things, you hear me? I've done damn near probably too much before, you know what I'm saying. I had full dedication into this music, and I had faith in it. So like, like I don't want to judge it too hard on myself, but I did some shit to where I could see myself, you know what I'm saying? I could see myself before it even happened being in those situations because I know what I've done. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna question it. But all you can do is keep your head up in those type of situations, you know what I'm saying? Even after. So like
Mm.
with that being said, I didn't mourn about it, you know. I ain't hold myself account. I held myself accountable, you know what I'm saying, for it because simple fact, like I say, it was my past. You know what I'm saying? It was shit
Mm,
that I was doing. You know, it's a lot of envy that's around, even you know what I'm saying at this moment right now. And
mm,
it's a lot of retaliation out for me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like it comes with your past catching up to you. You know,
right.
you gonna
And
have
so,
to. At the end of the day, you gonna have to face that music. You feel what I'm saying? You gonna have to face
now,
that music. So
okay,
and I ain't finna
Mm.
detail about it. I ain't
right,
finna.
right, right.
I ain't finna
I
go
Yeah.
don't, I
too
want you,
deep
I don't
with
want
it.
you, I want you going to I don't want you going to detail about it. But once I first heard, I reached out to Damari and I said, "Yo, listen, you know, I said, this is a young man who got talent. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And everything that's going on with hip hop right now, where the feds is watching everybody, and people are dying. Talented people are dying. People getting shot. I said, listen, somebody like yourself and young generation rappers who coming up. Everybody got to move different. You know what I'm saying? And
And
the
that's what I
management and how
ain't
you
got.
guys.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell, and I ain't trying to cut you off, and then I'm
No, no,
gonna
no.
tell
Go
you
ahead. Go
this.
ahead.
I most definitely made adjustments ever since that night. You hear me? I most
Right.
definitely made adjustments
Good.
on how to
Mm-hmm.
carry myself from that moment on. Because even that night, I was out. I was still in that mindset of me moving how I moved in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the streets,
Yeah.
moving out. You hear me? Just with a couple of my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Couple of, you know what I'm saying, the dudes, you know what I'm saying, from their gang, you hear me? Like, but not even having a proper protection, you know what I'm saying, around,
Mm-hmm.
and just moving very small minded, So
Right.
from that night, I had made some adjustments, you know what I'm saying? I cut some people off. I was moving, I limited my moving, you know what I'm saying? Not saying I ain't stopped going where I want to go, you know what I'm saying? But I limited my moving. You hear me? Because some effects, I feel like I had to. I
Right.
had to. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Or I was gonna find myself either dead or in jail. You hear me? Let's just be real. You know what I'm
Let,
saying? So
let,
like, yeah, I made some adjustments to that. So like I'm most definitely moving better. I'm moving better.
Yeah.
I'm not moving scared at all, but I'm moving very cautious. Like yeah,
right.
straight up.
Right. So as an artist and you being a smart, intelligent man, like do you feel like it can like this once you get to that plateau, because you got signed, you got where a million you got I know people who are 40, 50 years old trying to get signed. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like you already got it at
Yeah.
17. When you cross over, well, I call it crossing over that line. When you cross over that line, right, like to the heaven's gates, right? You, I feel like people, what do you feel like I know people come with baggage, but once you cross over that line to success, you know what I mean, or being able to move your family out of that situation, do you like feel that you still have to be attached to, those people that you've been, you know what I mean? If you're able to put them in better situations, and pretty much what I'm saying is the separation of the streets and from business, right?
Correct.
There has to be. I feel
It's
like
a, it's a
what's going
time
on
and
right
place.
now.
It's a time and place for everything. You know, I think that's what you're trying to. That's what you're trying to get down to.
Well, yeah,
Like,
not even a time and place. I'm saying like just leave it completely. You crossed over to the other side. You know what I'm saying? You know, yes, you're still building your brand, but you in a place where you can probably take care of your moms, your pops, or whoever you live in your family. You know, put them in better situations, put people around, and then maybe only your closest inner circle. Instead of you having to go into a club with extended people you only really know, because you know your man knows somebody and knows somebody else, and it's usually those outside people that bring that drama to someone. You
that's
know what I mean,
why.
like an
That's
artist like
why.
yourself.
That's
You know what I'm
why.
saying?
That's why. When it comes to me, I have a thing for energy, and I have a thing for discerning. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, I don't. I know who and how to have people around me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
I don't mess with everybody. You feel what I'm talking
right,
about? My niggas know that just as well as me. You feel what I'm saying? My family knows that just as well as me. I
right,
barely do. I barely do females and groupies just coming around me like that. You feel what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
If I do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Mhm.
move a certain way. And simple fact of the events, you know what I'm saying, that happened, like the one that you know what I'm saying, that I just explained to you and broke down to you.
Right.
It be reasons like that, you know,
Right.
it be events like
Shit
that.
that
It
you
be,
don't even
you know
see
what I'm
coming half the
saying?
time.
Yeah, straight up. So I have, like, you know, the simple fact that I have good discernment, and I just have reading. I know how to read people, and I know how to, you know, I know how to feel energy. I know how to, you know what I'm saying? I just know how to soak that in. I can tell what's gonna pop off and what's gonna escalate and what's not before it even happens. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I just, yeah, I'm cautious, you know, I'm cautious. I don't
Artists are
move.
like that, very intuitive, you know, like you said,
Yeah.
you could just feel the
You
atmosphere,
can
you
feel.
know.
You can feel. You
Yeah.
you know you know when something is not right. You know when
Hmm.
something ain't right. You know when you ain't supposed to be around something. It's a feeling. I feel like we have that gift as humans. To know.
Hmm.
Now, can we hold ourselves accountable because we ain't able to feel it every time? No.
Right.
Some fact, because we programmed to do the shit that we do every day on this earth. You feel what I'm saying? So it distracts us from our ability as humans, you know what I'm saying, to feel those type of things, or feel that type of atmosphere, feel that type of energy,
Mhm.
you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So it ain't nothing that you could really just be too hard on yourself on, you know what I'm saying? But most definitely, like, I just, you have to move with caution. I ain't gonna go too deep into preaching and nothing
Right,
about it, but
Yeah.
right.
you
Now
gotta
you
move
spit.
with caution,
Yeah,
most
I just want
definitely.
you. I want y'all, your young cats, man, young brothers, man. Like really, just you have a lot of life to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like you was chosen. Like less than 1% of people actually make it in the music business, in the entertainment business in general, and you was chosen. So you have a gift. People seeing it.
Hmm.
You getting a buzz out there. You got picked. You in the NBA. You made it to the league. A lot of people don't even see tomorrow. You know what I mean? And they trying to make it to the league. You know what I mean? So I just I mean, just watch what you do. You know what I mean? And keep doing what you're doing with the music and everything. Just watch the steps that you take. Like you said, you can't see everything, but just what you can see, try to avoid. And that's
Real
that.
talk.
Yeah.
You know. All right, so let's talk about you being on that powerhouse. Like I said, I like using that analogy. Like yo, you made it to the NBA. What artists are you trying to work with, man? You know what I'm saying? Because now you have
Yeah.
that
Who
big umbrella.
inspires
Like what's
you?
the A&R doing for you that you're gonna be working with, man? Who's those headliners you're gonna be working with? What's going on?
And we got we working on one, with Gates right now. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Gates.
Woo! Kevin Gates.
Straight up. So there's somebody that I had listened to. With him
Yeah,
being one of the ones, one of the Louisiana religions, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Uh,
definitely
that I listened to growing up. I listened to a lot of Gates growing up, along with him, Boosie, Fat, you heard me? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Wayne, all the hot boys
Woo!
pretty much.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
man, like, yeah, like, most definitely we on that Gates wave right now, so that's pretty much what I gotta speak on for as far as what's coming,
Man.
and
Salute,
Nice.
what's,
salute. So
yeah.
clap on that Gates feature. We definitely want that. You know what I mean? We definitely want that. Gates is hot out here, man. He changed his life too, man. Eating good, working out and shit. You feel me?
Real
Like
talk,
all that
yeah.
positive, man. Huh?
Straight up. I said real talk,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely, man. Um, so what's next? What's next for you, man? Like, what's next for band? What's next for Hitmaker? What's next with Republic? What's going on?
Just elevation, man. Like expect a whole lot of elevation. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't speak. I can't speak for what's to come. But I can speak for how's to come. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like yeah, we turned up. We dedicated. You know what I'm saying? We just we can only hope for the best. We can know for the best. We gonna manifest for the best. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Right,
right, right.
right. That law
Yeah.
of
Right.
So
attraction shit.
Preach a
it's
Yes.
band,
definitely
man.
you know.
Bandman, preach a bandman. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So what do you let's close it out like this. What do you want to tell like people who are looking up to you? You know what I mean? Like the 15-year
Hmm.
old, like when you started, right? You started with 14, 15. That little 14, 15 when they hear this podcast, however they hear it, because we are out there heavy. You know what I'm saying? So however they get this knowledge, um, when a young 14, 15, when they listening to this and they following you on IG and on the social media, what do you want to tell them that can help them motivate them to be just like you, or even find their better selves. You know what I mean? I always tell people, like, don't be like a certain artist, be the better of you. You know what I'm saying? So what would you want to
Hmm.
tell them to be better of them? You know what I mean?
just just stay aligned with your purpose. Just stay aligned with your purpose. And you might not know your purpose, but keep that curiosity. Keep that curiosity
Hmm.
longing for it. You know what I'm saying? Keep that curiosity longing for your purpose, because everybody got one. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Hell, your purpose may be to walk the streets, you know what I'm saying, and give out boxes to homeless people all day. But you gotta fall in love with it, folks. You gotta fall in love with your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like if you feel that passion is there with it. You know what I'm saying? Man, you gotta keep it going. A lot of people get lost because they keep jumping from purpose to purpose or from thing to thing because they lost. You know what I'm saying? They just don't know what
right,
they want to do, but they don't give
right,
themselves the time. You know what I'm saying? They don't give themselves the time
Right.
to you know what I'm saying?
To
Like
grow into their
grow
purpose.
into
right,
it,
Right.
go into the
right,
passion. You know what I'm saying? For it.
Hmm.
People don't fall in love with what they do on the first date. So
Right.
right.
like it just comes
Oh
with
my
that.
God, the wisdom
I
that's
didn't,
coming out of
Yeah,
you.
what you
Oh my
what
oh
you speak?
yeah,
God. I'm listening to you
L,
like, yes.
he's speaking, and I'm like,
real
damn,
talk.
did I waste
I
my life
Oh
with shit?
yeah,
Like the
know.
fuck did I?
real
I was
talk.
You
like,
know
Oh
what I
oh my,
mean?
yeah,
But you
you
speaking,
must have been around. Your spirit, your
yeah,
soul
he's
oh
had to
definitely
yeah,
have
born,
had to
born
have been
born again.
around.
He was born from another
Yes,
lifetime and shit.
oh
Born from a
yeah.
long whatever.
I'm gonna tell you
you
Long
what. I'm gonna
are.
tell you what. I'm gonna
Julius
tell you what
Caesar
makes
era.
it failure. Failure
Uh,
makes failure makes that.
Mhm.
You know, people don't. You know what I'm saying? They be longing for that. They be longing for they're winning. They're winning. You know what I'm saying? They're winning to me like that's just that's what everybody out for. They out for the win. Man, you gotta
right,
fail a couple times for you really just all the way get it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
failure, folks. I ain't lying. Like failure made me like I done been through some shit. You know what I'm saying? I done been like you say, I done been around. I done been everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't been around the whole world, but I done been somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
right,
I done been a couple places. I done been around a couple energies. I done been around a couple people. I done been around a couple demeanors. I done been around OGs most of my whole life. Really all my life. You know what I'm saying? Except for when my pops had got locked up and went to jail and shit. And I was kind of left to, you know what I'm saying, hold it down on my own. I had a family. I had a family to look out for. You know what I'm saying? Type shit.
Hmm.
So man, it's just yeah. Man,
Yo, I just
that
picked apart a quote, something you just said that just struck me hard. I haven't been around the whole world, but I've been somewhere.
I've been somewhere.
real
Exactly.
But
That's
I've
talk.
a
been
fact.
somewhere. I'm gonna quote you. I'm gonna use that on my next Instagram post. I'm gonna tag you. Yeah,
that's a big.
I love it. I love it.
That's gonna be. I'm gonna tell John to make that as the drop in the front.
Show.
Yeah.
I've been around the world, but hopefully the next time we catch you on an interview, you've been around the whole world. So I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you that next
time when you in New York, we do it in studio joint with you live and all that.
Yes.
Definitely, man.
Yes, I'm praying for you, man. I think you're gonna be. You're good. You're good. Oh my God, I can't wait to see you succeed.
Man, spoken like a wise man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Bandman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming on, bro. You know what I mean? Thank Hitmakers. You know what I'm saying? You know the music group. And thank Damari, you know what I'm saying? Got a million thanks to him, you know what I'm saying? And thank your team, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank Republic, thank all you, you know what I'm saying? And thank you for just coming on and giving us the time of day as we trying to go to our journey. As you're trying to figure out your journey, we also trying to figure out ours. And that's life, you know what I'm saying? It's about getting there till you get there. And man, thank you. Can I get a one time for my man, Lil Band? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Man. You know what I'm saying? And thank you for coming on, bro. Thank you for blessing us on the Cast podcast, man. Sammy BE, Luisa L, and my man Dan and Lil Ben. All right, stay blessed. God bless. We all have a voice and opinion.
Thank
Definitely,
you,
man. Thank you. We all have a voice and opinion, just how you use yours. The Cast podcast. Thank you, man.